Alright guys, before we start the video, just to let you know real quick, I accidentally recorded on the wrong microphone, so it'll sound, it's a little rough to hear, but guys, right now it's 10 o'clock at night, gotta at least have a video for tomorrow. I do apologize for this mic quality, but at least it's terrible, you'll see what I'm talking about, but at least we'll enjoy this Gyarados game, so let's see it right now.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Road Tuesday, and during the weekend, one of the most hyped decks that we saw during regionals was the Gyarados deck. Now, we actually saw this deck played twice on stream. Bob Zang played against the Ryan Sables playing his Darkrai Giratina deck, and then we saw Addison Powell playing it versus Evan Mitchell. Evan Mitchell playing the Mega Mewtwo Garbodor deck, and now we saw Addison pretty much dominate that matchup. Gyarados, really strong card. A lot of people have been asking, do I have the list? What does the list look like? How's the deck work? And the guys, Addison actually gave me his list, and we're going to go over today and actually ask him some questions about his list as well. That's something people will ask if you saw it for the first time. So let's look at Gyarados. Gyarados has the Theta Double. This Pokemon may have up to 2 Pokemon Tool cards attached to it, which is amazing. It's such great ability that a trait that we really don't see anymore. But the attack we're going to use is Full Retaliation. It is 30, and this attack does 30 more damage for each damage counter on each of your benched Magikarp. All right. Now Magikarp, he only has 20 HP. Now, let's say you bench 3 Magikarps, you have to have a Magikarp with the active spot because you have to evolve in your Gyarados some way. So let's say you have 3 Magikarps now, each with 20 damage. That means you do 210 damage, which is amazing. That pretty much knocks out almost everything in the game except for some Megas that have 220 or a little bit higher. But Gyarados, he is a force to be reckoned with. He's a 90x attacker that gets 210 damage, but you do have to get those damage counters on Magikarp. And the way we're going to do this is with Team Magma Secret Base. Whenever any player puts a base Pokemon, except for Team Magma's Pokemon from his or her hand, onto his or her bench, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon, and that's how we're going to deal our damage to our Magikarps. And not only that, that deals damage to your opponent's side of the field. So let's say for some reason you prize one of your Magikarps. Well, you can at least deal 150 damage, and then with Team Magma Secret Base, you can do up to 170 if they do put it down, which still hits some amazing numbers. Now, if you are playing against an EX deck that has 220, we play Meowstic, or I guess Addison played the Meowstic. It has the Shadow Ear ability. Once during your turn, before you attack, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you may move 1 damage counter from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you can move the 10 damage from the bench to one of your opponent's Pokemon and take a knockout that way, which, really haven't seen Meowstic that much, but it really does matter a lot in this game. You can move the damage off some Shaymins. You can maybe move off a Gyarados so you bring it to the active spot. It's really good card. The 2 Shaymins, of course, to help set up. Now, some people were opting to play Artillery, but Addison said, you want to play really fast to this deck. You can't miss a beat. You can Abyssal Hand up to 5, but sometimes it's not good enough. You need to get set up ASAP. Now you play 3 Acro Bikes, look at top 2 cards of your deck, discard 1, put the other in your hand. 4 Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Each player puts a Pokemon from his or her discard into his or her hand. Your opponent chooses first, and this is how we're going to reuse our Magikarps. Our opponent's going to knock out a Gyarados, be like, whatever, you send up a Magikarp, Buddy-Buddy Rescue for a Magikarp, put that down, evolve to Gyarados, and he's still good to go, which is amazing. 3 Dive Ball to start your deck for water Pokemon. 1 Escape Rope, both players shall switch to active Pokemon. Your opponent chooses first. 4 Puzzle of Time to reuse any 2 cards from your discard pile, which is amazing. If you play 2, you get 2 out of your discard pile, which is great. 1 Special Charge to shuffle those DCs back into your deck. We only play 4 DCs, but the Special Charge can help us save us in the late game. 1 Town Map, which is really clutch in the deck that plays 4 Puzzle of Time. You turn over your prize cards face up, and they remain face up forever, which is amazing. 3 Trainers Mail, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 via Seeker. 1 Hex Maniac to shut down abilities to end your opponent's turn. 1 Lysandre, 2 in. 1 Pokemon Ranger, remove all effects of attacks on each player and his or her Pokemon, which this is mainly to counter the Giratina deck. Giratina has the Chaos Well, makes it where you can't play tool cards, or special ninja cards, or stadium cards. So you can Pokemon Ranger, then you can attach your DC, put down your Team Magma Secret Base, and maybe take a knockout. I know it's probably one of the harder matchups, but 3 Sycamore and 2 Teammates. When a Pokemon is knocked out, you can only play this card if one of your Pokemon is knocked out during your opponent's last turn. You search deck for any 2 cards and put them into your deck, shuffle your deck afterwards. And the cool thing about Teammates, you get Teammates for like 2 balls, you get any 2 cards out of your discard ball. You get Teammates for any 2 cards out of your deck, which is fantastic. Team Magma Secret Base, and 2 Bursting Balloon. Burst Balloon, if you attach it to your active Pokemon, and your opponent hits it, they can take 60 damage, which sometimes can help you with those numbers. Like I said, if you do prize a Magikarp, you only do 150, but then they attack you, they get knocked out, which is pretty great. One Float Stone and 4 DC for those Gyarados, and maybe for Shaymin as well, because he does have that Sky Return tag. So I did ask him some questions real quick. So I said when I asked him, I said I think I know why Meowstic is in there. It's for this Megas Pokemon of 220, and why only 2 balloons? Is there anything you would change from the list? And do you think there's any way to beat a Giratina base deck? And he said, I mean, there's only that's one reason for the Meowstic. Also, you can use it to get free prizes like a Joltik or Magikarp that was meant under Magma base. So if your opponent plays the Gyarados, you can basically counter you can beat the mirror match because you can Meowstic Ear Influence one of your Pokemon, put the damage counter on the Magikarp for a knockout, which is pretty great. Or Joltik as well, if it's expanded, you can knock out the Night March that way. Okay. Also, to help heal a Magikarp before you evolve into Gyarados, like I said earlier, you can heal that damage. Gyarados, just a little bit more HP, maybe have 120 instead of 110, which sometimes are some crucial numbers. You'll need 2 balloons because in the matchups you really need it. You can just puzzle for them if you need them again, alright? So you can just reuse your puzzles over and over again for the balloons if needed. The big reason they are in there is for the Scissor matchup, Rainbow Road, and the Mirror as well. I want to add in the Hand Stammer, maybe another Shaymin, take out 1 Gyarados for one of those. I did beat a Totina day 1. If they don't play hammers, you win pretty easily because you can usually have 2 DC on your board set up before they can attack, and you should just knock them out automatically. So he's saying, Giratina, it needs 4 energy to attack, and by the time they're attacking, you usually have 2 Gyarados with each of them have a DC, so they don't play hammers. You can easily just knock them out that way. I said the hammers mess you up just a little bit. I barely lost to Raw in round number 12. If you don't know, Acid did make day number 2. I can't remember his record exactly, but did make day number 2 with this Gyarados deck, so it does show how strong it is. And thanks for the info. Do you have any tips for players when playing the Gyarados deck or suggestions? He said honestly it was just a 1 tournament deck, but if they want to play it, just test with it enough to know everything in your deck and make sure you can do the math right. Be fair to hit bad matchups, but the deck can really overcome anything. Don't scoop until it's over because it's a comeback deck. Like that makes a lot of sense. Your opponent could easily start knocking out Magikarps. You're down on prizes, but then all of a sudden you can come out of nowhere, start taking out so Gyarados maybe in your opponent that's a low hand size. It'd be good to go, just like how Greninja is, which is fantastic. So bad matchups are Tina and Plume. Iffy matches are Megas with more than 210 HP, but that should be all fine. Depending on the Rainbow Road variant, it can be problematic. Good matchups is everything else. So he'd probably take out a 4th Gyarados for an E-Hammer to help out the Totina matchup, which is a really good idea. And there you go, guys. And like I said, let's see. I'm trying to see. I said, do you think you want a Mr. Mime? He said, no, not really. Yeah, because if you have Mr. Mime, takes him a Shaymin-Meowstic spot because you need at least 3 spots for your Magikarps, then a Meowstic, and you need Shaymin. So you really can't afford to put that Mr. Mime on there. But you can play, I mean, maybe you can play Mr. Mime if you're scared of like Galvantula or Hoopa or something like that. But a lot of decks don't play it. Like you said, his main concern is Rainbow Road, which is because of Galvantula if they do play that. But guys, there you go. There's the Gyarados Meowstic deck that a lot of people have been asking. It's a exact 6 cards list, and today we're going to see what's going to happen. But big shout outs to Addison for giving us a list. I really do appreciate it a lot. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see the deck in action. Alright, fighting is Lucas, Speed, something, playing a Water, Fire, and something else. Maybe a Psychic. And if that's the case, we might be playing against a Volcanion deck, which we do hit for weakness, which is fantastic. Oh, man, but it's... Oh. Sorry about that. Little Windows update popping up. I was like, Windows, what you need? No, we're not going to restart right now, Windows. We're in the middle of recording a game. Alright, so wait for my opponent to choose their active Pokemon. Now, we're going to actually start this Meowstic. I think it's a great thing to do. We'll start Meowstic, maybe let him tank. We could maybe Shadow Ear in the first turn. So let's not put anybody down right now. I'm not sure who goes first. That Windows update did scare me. Alright, so we get the Magikarp. We'll put down this guy here. We'll put down the Magikarp, take that 20 damage. We'll Ultra Ball, discard Burst Balloon and your teammates. And with this, we'll grab another Magikarp. Okay, so all our Magikarps are there, which is fantastic. Grab Magikarp. Put that guy down. We will Shaymin set up for 5 new cards. Now the only downside is we are letting our Shaymin taking this 20 damage. Alright, so we'll get 5 new cards. There's a Dive Ball. Okay, so a Dive Ball. And with this, we'll grab another Magikarp onto the field. So turn 1, 3 Magikarps are down, which is fantastic. But the only downside is right now, we don't have a way to retreat this Meowstic. So we'll use the Shadow here. We'll move we'll just move a damage counter from this guy to this guy, just do 20 damage or 10 damage active, and we'll press done onto our opponent's turn. Okay, so my opponent's turn, they could mate. Oh man, that can't do 160. That would be insane if they did 160 damage. But we got 3 Magikarps out turn 1. 2 of them do have the 20 damage from the Team Magma Secret Base. There's a Fighting Poke going to the active, but that is not going to save this Volcanion. 160 HP, nah, it's still going to get knocked out. Okay, so we have a Pokemon Ranger maybe, which is not really useful. No via Seekers, which is not useful right now. There's a Trainers Mail. Putting a look at the top cards of his deck, and does he find his support card? Hopefully he plays it in. There's a Scorcher, gonna bump that Team Magma Secret Base. But we already have 2. We already have plenty of Magikarps down. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna bump that. Shaymin coming down. I'm gonna set up for 2 new cards, and can my opponent find a support card? And if they do, I hope it's an in. I want to get a new hand of 6 and be good to go. So Fire G going to the active. We can see a Power Heater for 30. Now, he might have a Lysandre, bring up Magikarp, take a knockout. If he does that, I think it actually might be a misplay. If he does decide to go that route, there's a Lysandre. Going to bring up a Magikarp and take a knockout this turn. And, oh, man, that is going to be a huge misplay for my opponent. So, knock out the Magikarp. Going to identify prize cards, but we have Via Seeker for Teammates right now. All right, so in our turn, what do we find? We find a Burst Balloon. So, we're going to Via Seeker. We're going to grab the Teammates, put 2 cards, okay, alright, so we'll grab Teammates, and with this, we'll grab a Gyarados and a DCE. Yeah, we'll grab those 2 cards, seem really good, put those 2 cards in our hand, we'll put the Gyarados in the active spot, we'll put now the Team Magma Secret Base, we will Buddy-Buddy Rescue, and things are not looking good for opponent. I mean, I know we're playing against weakness, but we'll take this Team Buddy-Buddy Rescue. My opponent does not have any Pokemon in the discard pile. We'll grab a Magikarp, put that down, and we'll take a knockout this turn. So Magikarp coming down, DCTD active, and we will full retaliation for 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 300 damage going down to that Volcanion. We still did 150 damage regardless, and the Trainers Mail coming down. Alright, so Shaymin is being promoted for my opponent. So my opponents are going to draw a card, and that Shaymin is not going to be very long for this world. Listen, and both players are going to shuffle their hand and deck and get 5 new cards. And let's see, hopefully we can find another Magikarp to get the final one down the field. There's a Gyarados, we got a DCE, Sycamore. It looks like a Volcanion is hitting the field. Max looks here. Gonna look at the top cards of their deck. Gonna put a Fire Energy on that Volcanion. And I mean, my opponent, does he sacrifice his Shaymin? There's a Fire Energy. Does he have it in the Max looks? Nope. Just pass onto our turn. We get an Ultra Ball, and we're the Ultra Ball. I think we're an Ultra Ball. Discard the Sycamore. Yeah, we're an Ultra Ball. Discard Sycamore and the Team Magma Secret Base. Get another Magikarp down, and we have the full party in effect right now. So grab the Magikarp, put that down, take the 20 damage, put a DC on one of the Magikarps, and do we play Sycamore? No, I'm just going to full retaliation for a ton of damage. Oh my goodness, but 210? Yep. 210 damage coming to the Magikarp, take 2 prize cards, and guys, it does not look good for it. There's a DC, there's a Sycamore. Alright, so opponent's turn. He's going to sit at this Volcanion, but we have a Gyarados, so you can promote that. Put a DC on the Magikarp. There's an Retrieval. Put 2 fires in his hand. Looks like there's 1. You can put on the active. He can take a knockout here, Volcanion Heat. But guys, this is going to be game. All right. So even though we're playing against weakness, we still did a ton of damage with this Gyarados. The turn 3, 210. Put a Gyarados on the active. We'll put a DCE on the active. Or we can just Via Seeker for a Teammates. And with the Teammates, we'll grab a Buddy-Buddy Rescue. We'll do, oh my goodness, I think we'll do 420 damage, right? So we'll grab Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Put that down, and we'll take a huge knockout this turn. Man, so 3 turns, you can see how good of a deck this is. Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Oh, opponent, no, it actually goes in their hand. I was like, they can put a Pokemon down, but nope, it's going to go in their hand. We're going to grab Magikarp, put it down, and we're going to full retaliation for 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Oh, my goodness, times 2 is 420 damage. Come on, opponent. Let us get that Magikarp do full damage with this Gyarados. But, man, guys, you see how good this deck is, how quickly we just got, like, we did so much damage so quick. Now, we did hit for weakness on that Volcanion, which we know kind of cheated, but still 150 damage being dealt. Even if we didn't have the weakness, we still would have taken a knockout because he had that fighting. No, would we have taken a knockout? I don't think we would have, actually. But another Magikarp coming down onto the field. Never opponent can see the game. Realize they did not win this. But guys, we'll see one more game here in a second, and hopefully we do not play against another a Volcanion. But I mean, Volcanion was pretty big at regionals. A lot of people were playing, and as you, Gyarados just easily destroys it. But we'll see what happens in the next game. Hopefully it's another exciting game, and maybe Gyarados took another win. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, printing is Boti, Cuss, 3. It's another Volcanion deck. I saw fire. I saw water. Oh my goodness, hopefully it's not a Volcanion. So heads, we will go first. Alright, so we won the coin flip, which is fantastic. Yes, I would like to go first. And on to our turn. Hopefully my opponent's not playing the Volcanion deck, because that is not going to be very good for them. Alright, so it looks like my opponent's going to choose next Pokemon, and they're going to see Team Magma, Seeker ROS, Dive Ball, Ultra Ball, and do they know what they're playing against or not is the big question. So we're going to get a new hand of 7, okay? Looks like we will get a mulligan. We only play 4, 5, 6, 7 Pokemon this time, so you might, basic Pokemon. There is a Magikarp, ooh, but our hand outside of this is terrible. We have no other Pokemon. Magikarp can get donked the next turn if we don't hit a Pokemon, which sometimes the unfortunate things happen. That's sometimes the unfortunate thing. Alright, so what will my opponent do? Will they play an in? Will they save us? Will we top deck an in? Will we top deck a Magikarp, Ultra Ball? Any of these cards will be really good. Maybe not so Ultra Ball, because we have to discard like maybe Teammates. Well, nah, I think it'll be fine if we top deck Ultra Ball. If we top deck Dive Ball, that would be pretty bad. I mean, I guess Teammates just makes it so good. Alright, so Pokemon come down opponent, and there's, yep, it's another Volcanion deck. Alright, so we are going first. Alright, so I'm gonna play. Do we play Escape Rope here? Why would no? We'd put down Team Magma, Seeker ROS, and we're just gonna Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Alright, so what do we find? There's a DC, there's an Ultra Ball, okay? So Ultra Ball, discard Hex Maniac and the Gyarados. We can maybe Shaymin set up. I wonder why the Volcanion-EX in the axe spot. Maybe he drew into the Volcanion afterwards. So we have 1 Magikarp prized, okay. Do grab Shaymin, set up here. We could Puzzle Time for 1. Yeah, I'm gonna grab Shaymin. I'm gonna Puzzle Time, rearrange top 3 cards of my deck, and okay. Oh man, that's not 3 good cards you want to see. All right, so we'll have to touch DC deactive. We'll have to play Shaymin, so we can at least set up. Oh man, this is not looking good, guys. Yes, we'll set up, put 4 new cards in our hand, and can we find? We know we get the Burst Balloon Rangers. Oh, there's Dive Ball. So we'll Dive Ball. Get another Gyarados out, another Magikarp out into play. Put that down. Put a Burst Balloon on the active. And we will just end our turn to our opponent. So our opponent decides that if he decides to Magikarp, he's going to hit for that 60 damage. And it could be the difference. Now, he did start the Volcanion-EX, which is great for us. But the only downside is right now, we prized a Magikarp. So Trainers Mail look at the top cards of his deck. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Regardless, like we're still going to do a ton of damage with our Magikarp. So Trainers Mail look at the top cards of their deck. And what will my opponent find? Hopefully an in. Now, I wonder, like, if you're Volcanion, do you just scoop here? Like, you're like, I'm playing against Gyarados. I got this. Or you're like, oh, I'm playing against Gyarados. I lost kind of thing. There's a Sycamore going to my opponent's hand. I doubt they want to play Sycamore right now. That's a ton of cards that they do not want to get rid of, okay? But next time we have the Gyarados, there's a fighter who's going to have Volcanion. Hopefully he plays an Escape Rope. That'd be fantastic. There's an Ultra Ball. Go ahead and discard 2 cards from his hand, and most likely going to get a Shaymin-EX and use that setup to get 2 more cards. Or maybe another Volcanion-EX. That could be a great card as well. Let's see which one does he decide to go. Oh, another Hoopa. Even better, because with Hoopa, you can use that Scoundrel search for a Volcanion-EX, and a Shaymin-EX to thin their deck out just a little bit more. There's a Delinquent. Oh my goodness, guys. So with Delinquent, we had to go down to 3 cards. Oh, wow. Okay, alright. That just happened. We just got delinquented. Oh my goodness. We are 2 Gyarados in the discard pile. Alright, so I'm gonna discard. Oh man. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so we're gonna discard these 3 guys. So at least we can attach with Gyarados next turn if needed. Alright, so Hoopa come down. Use a Scoundrel. Can my opponent find a Float Stone, an Escape Rope, a Switch? They probably want to find a Float Stone or a Switch just so they can do this, hit this Magikarp with the DC. So there's Volcanion, and a Shaymin-EX coming down for my opponent. Things are not looking good for us, guys. I'm a little bit scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's 3 Magikarps, 3 Gyarados in a no, 2 Gyarados in a discard pile. Shaymin coming down. Gonna set up for 3. And can my opponent find this Float Stone or Switch? Like I said, they play Escape Rope. I'm definitely sending Shaymin. Shaymin, you're going up. There's a fighting field going down to the Volcanion, okay? And just a pass. Alright, so we do live to see another day, and there's a Puzzle of Time. Now, we already played 1, so we might as well just play the other so we can at least try to manipulate our top decks. And there's a Sycamore. That's what we want to see. And next card's going to be Buddy-Buddy Rescue and a DCE. So we'll put those 3 cards on top. Put a Gyarados, and we will not 3, 6, 9. Actually, we'll take a knockout here with full retaliation. We do 180 damage. Thank you, Magikarp. And there's a weakness coming down. We'll go down to 2 prize cards. I mean, we would hit for 90 either way on the Volcanion. There's a Magikarp and an N. All right. Now, the only downside is we do not have the Team Aqua Secret Base in our hand. What we could do, though, is discard, like, play Sycamore, discard both the Magikarps, play Buddy-Buddy Rescue, get the Magikarps back, and then maybe hit that Scorched Earth. We've only played one Scorched Earth, okay. Alright, this I don't know what card he just grabbed with that. I'm not even sure. It looks like, okay, drew an Ultra Ball, okay. Now, Volcanion, can he take a knockout right now? Power Heater. Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, he cannot take a knockout right now. Oh my goodness. So Ultra Ball, gonna discard 2 cards from his hand, but next turn we gotta, well, I think, like I said, would Sycamore discard both Magikarps? And then play play the Buddy-Buddy Rescue Magikarp back into her hand. I think it's a better option. I mean, even if he does take a knockout, I think I'm a Sycamore for the Buddy-Buddy Rescue. So Shaymin coming down, or we could just wait until he does take a knockout. So Shaymin going to set up with 60 cards in his hand. And how can I want to deal with this Gyarados deck, guys? I don't even know. Like, you just concede here if you're Volcanion, I think, right? But like I said, at Regionals, Volcanion was one of the most hyped decks. I think the 2 biggest was Volcanion and Mega Mewtwo. I pretty much saw that everywhere. Oh, in the field, it pretty much took up everything. So, wait to see what does our opponent do. Which is, I mean, Volcanion, it's pretty easy to get. Like, you just need baby Volcanions, Volcanion-EXs, and you pretty much have your deck there. So it's really easy to obtain. And it's a really, really good deck. Like, oh my goodness. Like, Steam Up and Power Heater is just a great combo. So it'll be a Seeker for Lysandre. And my opponent's probably going to bring up this Magikarp. Take a knock on it. Just so we can't use that full retaliation. At least try to get somewhere. All right, so is he? Oh, Lysandre bring up the Shaymin. Actually, looks like he's gonna. He can't take a knockout yet. So there's a 30 damage coming down from that guy. He hasn't even discarded a fire energy. Oh my goodness. So Sycamore discard her hand, drawn 7 new guards, and what can we find? There's a tick. Oh my goodness, guys. All right. So we get Skyrim for 30. Send up Magikarp. That seems really cool. We'll play Town Map for sure. We'll play Town Map, okay. We could just retreat, take a knockout. And my point, yeah, I think retreating knockout here is the best play. Alright, spit out Team Magma Secret Base. We will Dive Ball, grabbing a Magikarp, putting that guy down, playing Buddy-Buddy Rescue. We'll both get a Pokemon out of our discard pile. And I wonder what kind of opponent get. They actually have no Pokemon in their discard pile, which is not good for them. And what we're going to do is DC deactivate, retreat to the Gyarados, and do 220 damage. Yep, so Magikarp coming to our hand. Even though we discarded 2 Gyarados, we're still in it to win. We'll put down the Magikarp, taking the 20 damage, put a DC deactive, retreat. And we could go for Sky Return, but I think I'm going to go for this option. I like this option a little bit better. And yeah, we're going to take a knockout with the full retaliation, doing 210 damage. No, 420 damage coming out. All right, so we get, I think we'll grab in. Yeah, I think we'll grab in. Because right now we don't have a supporter card in our hand. Our opponent cannot take a knockout next turn. Here comes the Volcanion next. It doesn't matter who they send a weakness or not. We're doing 210 damage, which is fantastic. I know that weakness did help us a little bit in the early game, but after that, we're pretty much good to go. It looks like our Pokemon is coming down. There's a baby Volcanion coming down to the field. And my opponent, he is not going to be able to take a knockout on this Gyarados. He only do 20, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, only 80 damage. And there is a Ultra Ball. Is that an Ultra Ball? Yeah, Ultra Ball, discarding Ultra Ball and something else. I'm not sure what those 2 cards were. Okay, gonna grab a Volcanion EX. And man, my opponent was like kind of smart with that delete. Well, actually, they haven't played a real. Okay, there's an end. Both of us will shuffle our hands to the deck. We'll get 3. They get 6. And what can we find here, guys? There's Acro Bike, Team Aqua Secret Base. It doesn't really matter as long as the opponent does not play Enhanced Jam. We should be fine. Taking the knockout on this Volcanion. There's a Float Stone going to the active. We might see a retreat to the Hoopa. Professor Letter. Now he could start using Steam Up. Maybe start something, but I think it's way too late. I think Gyarados is going to win this game. This Steam Up, discarding Fire Energy. Some guys going to do some more 30 more damage. There's another Steam Up, okay? And we're going to see Power Heater doing 3, 6, 7, 8 onto a Gyarados, which is still not enough for a knockout. And Gyarados is going to take another knockout, and it's not looking pretty for my opponent. There's an Retrieval. Going to put 2 Fire Energies back into their hand. And can we top deck a Lysandre? That would be fantastic. Lysandre bring up one of the Volcanion and take a knockout that way. Fighting Throw going to the active as well. Doesn't matter. We do 300 damage. 420 damage right now. So Power Heater 490, and my opponent can attach 2 Fire G's from this discard pile to 2 different of their 2 bench Pokemon. So I'm probably attaching to both Volcanion EXs, I imagine. So yep, Volcanion on there. Oh, he only has 1. He only has 1 because they inner retrieval. So we get a VS Seeker. Oh man! All right. So Acro Bike. We'll grab a Sycamore. Do we dig? Guys, no, I think it doesn't matter really because we take a knockout regardless. So what? I think we'll just Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Okay. There's an Ultra Ball, Puzzle Time, Acro Bike. Grab a Float Stone, put that on Shaymin, so if he does try to Lysandre stall, it will not work. So Float Stone on this guy, and then I'm gonna take a knockout. I think it's a fine play. And with this, with the full retaliation, we'll grab the Teammates just because if opponent does take a knockout, we can get any 2 cards out of our deck, which is fantastic. So grab the Teammates. Get Teammates like a Puzzle Time and get any 2 cards out. Oh man. Oh man, it's not a good opponent. Here comes Volcanion-EX, and ultimate opponent's turn. What can they do? Delinquent will not save them. They cannot tackle this Volcanion-EX. And guys, we might see a game 3 with this Gyarados deck. I know we're playing against 2 Volcanions, which I know people aren't too excited to see. But man, I mean, it doesn't matter. There's a Lysandre bring up Magikarp, but if we find a puzzle time, we can play the Escape Rope, get the Magikarp out of the act spot. Oh man, or if we just find an energy, we've only played 1, 2 so far. There's Fire going to the active. And our opponent's probably just going to pass. So pass on to our turn. Can we find? And there's a top deck. We'll put the DC in the active. Retreat into the Gyarados. And we'll take a knockout. Even though we discarded those 2 Gyarados from the start. And then my opponent can see the game. And guys, see one more game with this Gyarados deck. Fingers crossed that we do not play against another Volcanion. But like I said, Volcanion was one of the most popular decks at Regionals. Which is why Gyarados was such a good medical. But we'll see what happens in the 3rd game. Hopefully we'll play against something else. Alright, playing against Rumpstag. Playing a Psychic and a Colors deck. Psychic and Colors. Mega Mewtwo, maybe like Mega Mewtwo Garb, which would be a fantastic matchup for us. So yes, let's go first. On to our turn. Hopefully it is that there's Mega Mewtwo coin. And oh no, we start with Shaymin and nothing else. Alright, this could be bad, maybe. Alright, so like waiting for opponent to choose that Pokemon, press done. And I mean, regardless, it's not a Volcanion, because obviously this deck does be Volcanion. There's a Hoopa, alright, so we'll DC the active. Dive Ball, let's see how many. Okay, all Magikarps are here ready to party, which is fantastic. Okay, we have. Okay, so we'll grab Magikarp. Put that guy down. We will Trainers Mail, look at the top cards of our deck. We'll grab. Oh no, we'll grab Town Map. Outside of that, our hand's bad. Oh no, so we'll grab Town Map. Put that down. Okay. Okay, all right. So 1 DCE, another Shaymin is prize. So Hex Maniac. And pass. Alright, so that's not a good starting hand for us. Alright. But we got a Gyarados, so we can put that down. But I mean, Mega Mewtwo can knock out a Gyarados turn 2 pretty easily. But hopefully we top deck another Pokemon. I guess we could have maybe grabbed the Dive Ball. That probably would have been a better play. But Shiny Member's coming down, okay. Alright. That's great for us. We can bump it early, get it out of the way. I mean, we just got to do the 210 over and over again with these Gyarados EX. It'll be A-okay. So Hoopa, I mean, he can't use any of his Shaymins because he's been Hex Maniac, which is great for us. Man, this, like, Shiny Memories definitely tells me he's playing the Mega Mewtwo deck. Yeah, we should have grabbed Dive Ball, grabbed Magikarp next turn. We can Sky Turn for 30, send a Magikarp, and even the Magikarp gets knocked out, will be A-okay. It's kind of misplaying my part. But Sycamore, not gonna play at the end because he knows we don't have anything because we Hex Maniac, or maybe we do have something. We have Gyarados. But if my opponent does not put down a Mewtwo, we'll be okay to Sky Turn this turn because he can't return a knockout. Oh man, does he find a Mewtwo or not? There's an Ultra Ball, and he will grab a Mewtwo with this. But this is okay. Psychic Energy, so 36, 9, 12. Okay, so there's Mewtwo coming down. Okay, all right. So Mewtwo gonna come down, does want to have an energy attachment for the turn. Now, regardless, he can still take a knockout next turn, even if he doesn't have an energy attachment. There's a DC. Okay, so I'm scared. I am scared, guys. Shaymin, he's Hex Maniac. He's Hex right now, so he can't use that. He can't use shit setup. Yep, that's what just happened there. So Shaymin coming down, my opponent cannot use it because Hex Maniac. And on to our turn, we get an Ultra Ball. Fantastic. So we're an Ultra Ball. Discard the Gyarados and the Escape Rope. With this, we'll grab a good old Magikarp. Come on down, buddy. We'll put that down, and we will Sky Return for 30. We're not taking a knockout. Of course, we're not taking a knockout. But we'll send a Magikarp, and hopefully my opponent would knock it out. That'd be great for us. If not, I think we'll still be okay. We can maybe knock out the Hoopa next turn if we find 2 Magikarps with the Team Magma Secret Base. And there's Shaymin could ask. My opponent does have another Shaymin, thankfully. I mean, 2 cards in hand. They could have been 2 bad things, but setup going to get 6 new cards in their hand. And can my opponent take a knockout this turn? And if they do, can we retaliate with their own Gyarados? All right, so not a Magikarp. A Mewtwo coming down for my opponent. Do they have a Spirit Link? Mega Mewtwo. Can they use this attack? Shadow Shot. Okay, this I can use. So again, Shadow Shot for 30 for the knockout. Owner Magikarp. And if we top deck a Teammates, that'd be amazing. Okay, the VS Seeker for 8 in. Both players are going to show up the hand deck and get 6 new cards. But maybe we only have 3. Now we're going to get 3 more. And then maybe play another Sporter card? I'm fine with this play. Alright, so there's an Ultra Ball, Puzzle of Time, Gyarados, and a Team Magma Secret Base. And, oh man, we have... Okay, we'll probably just play in. We can maybe Ultra Ball, discard, and something else for a Shaymin. Spirit Link coming down, okay. And does my opponent have a way to retreat this Hoopa or not? Or is it stuck in the active spot? That would be very bad, obviously. Alright, and just okay, Mega Mewtwo coming down. Alright. And what else? Okay, just pass on to our turn. Alright. So there's a Buddy-Buddy Rescue, which is pretty much useless right now. We'll put the Gyarados in the active spot. Put down the Team Magma Secret Base, and we'll play it in, give both players a new hand of 6. Now, we could use Ultra Ball. I really don't want to dig for anything right now, so both players are going to play the in. There's a DC, Team Magma Secret Base, okay, Acro Bike. So we will Acro Bike with the top 2 cards of our deck. Grab a Magikarp, okay, put that down. Get that 20 damage. Put a DC to the active. Do we hold on to the DC? 3, 6, 9, 12. Like, he's already taking a knockout anyway with the Psychic Infinity, which is very scary, of course. But I think I'm just going to hold to DC right now. Because the next turn what we could do is send Magikarp, Buddy-Buddy Rescue, and maybe take a knockout the following turn pretty easily. All you have to do is find a Gyarados. I mean, we can Buddy-Buddy for Gyarados and Buddy-Buddy for Magikarp, take a knockout, and then find one more Magikarp, take a knockout. Even if we bumps our stadium, we can still have it as well. So I think that's fine. Just leaving the Gyarados in the axe spot. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this play. So, on my opponent's turn, there's like you're going to Mewtwo, okay. Alright. And let's see what else does my opponent have here. Do they have Float Stone? Do they have a switch? So switch into the Mewtwo, okay. So they're going to take a knockout in 3, 6, 9. Actually, they're not taking a knockout just yet. Alright. But the downside right now is this Magikarp doesn't have any damage on it. So if he does not take a knockout, we cannot knock out this Mewtwo straight away. Oh my goodness. Alright. But 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh no, 3, 6, 9. If that's 1 more energy, you can take a knockout only Gyarados, which would be fine with me. If not, we might just pass. Yeah, might just pass. He could Lysandre bring up this Magikarp, which is the better play. So Mega Turbo, gonna put a Psychic Energy onto the active. He will take a knockout turn. Alright, so that's great with me. I think I'm fine with this play. Yeah, I'm definitely fine with this play. So Psychic Infinity for the knockout. Good night, Gyarados, but don't worry, you're supposed to come back and play for sure. Let's just do the discard pile. But gonna send Magikarp, and can we take a knockout this turn? I'm feeling very great right now. So in our turn, we get a Team Magma Secret Base, put a DC in the active. We'll play Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Grabbing, does he get, he doesn't have any Pokemon in discard pile, so he can't grab anything. But we can grab a good old Magikarp, come to me Magikarp. We'll put that down. Play another Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Get the Gyarados out. We'll play it in, put my opponent down to 5. And we can, if we hit a Magikarp, we can take a knockout on this Mega Mewtwo. So come on, Gyarados, come into your hand. Put that down the active. And we'll play it in. We'll put opponent down to 5 while we get 6. And we get a Teammates maybe. A DCE. Okay. And, okay, there's a Dive Ball for a Magikarp. And we'll take a knockout this turn. That is fantastic, guys. That's what we want to see here. So Dive Ball. Gonna grab another Magikarp. Put that down the field. And take a knockout this turn, dude. 210 damage with this Gyarados. You think like, oh, Mega Mewtwo, it can't lose to a Gyarados. But today, it's going down. For retaliation, for 210 damage, the exact number to knock out this Mega Mewtwo. And with this, we're going to have a Teammates and a DC. Those are 2 great cards to grab for the next turn. So now opponent's turn, I mean, they're probably sending Mewtwo. 3, 6, 9, 12. All they need is a Mega Mewtwo and a Psychic Energy to take a knockout. But if they do not play an in, we're definitely taking another knockout. Because we have no Gyarados prize. So we can Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Okay, here comes Hoopa. Hoopa coming up. He must have a Float Stone in his hand. There's no way he sends the Hoopa without a Float Stone in your hand. That'd be crazy to see. We got the Team Magma Secret Base. There's a DC on the Mewtwo. Okay. There's a Trainers Mail looking soft cards of his deck. And it's looking bad for the Mega Mewtwo deck. Like, you're like, oh, Mega Mewtwo? Yeah, it's beating this Gyarados. But not today, guys. Not today. Sorry, Rumstag. Alright, so let's see. What does the opponent get with this Trainers Mail? Does he find a Mega Mewtwo? Does he find a... Okay, Ultra, not just Mega Mewtwo. That'd be cheating. So, Trainers Mail, grabbing it via Seeker. Okay. Trainers Mail. Now, does he have an end discard pile? He does have an end. So, he can end. It's down to 4. And as long as we get the teammates, we're looking pretty good. Now, we're already down 2 Buddy Rescues. We haven't played any puzzle times, which is fantastic, okay? Another Trainers Mail coming down. And can opponent find a Mega Mewtwo or not? They have to find a switch. I don't know why he didn't promote this Mewtwo. Unless he already has a Float Stone in his hand. If he ends here without playing a Float Stone, I'm so confused, okay? Unless he top deck the DC. Then that makes a lot of sense. So Trainers Mail not going to grab anything, okay? And there's a Shrine of Mirrors coming down. Does he have a Float Stone? Does he have a switch? Is a VS Seeker in his hand? And does he have a VS Seeker for a Sycamore or a N? Now, N does give him less cards, and Sycamore does give him a better option. But, man, I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you know for sure we got our teammates and a DC offer 2 prize cards. So, yeah, you're going to play the N, get 6 new cards, or get 5 new cards, and you're going to hope that we have a bad hand off this N. And he's hoping to find a Mega Mewtwo and a way to retreat this Hoopa. But there we see, oh, my goodness, guys. Oh, if he takes a knockout this turn, we're golden. But no, just past 0-2 our turn. We get a Ranger. Alright, so I think we just put out Team Magma Secret Base to counter that. And we'll take a full retaliation and knockout again. Another 210 damage. Or do we play Sycamore? Yeah, we're actually going to play Sycamore. Discard our hand. Draw 7 new cards. Alright, so Team Magma Secret Base, a Dive Ball, a DC, we put out a Mewtwo. And the reason why I discarded that is because if he ends us, I want to draw to a VS Seeker for later on. We can even grab I'm contemplating, do we grab a Gyarados right now to knock on the active? Yes, I'm actually going to Dive Ball for Gyarados, which I know seems crazy, but that means all next thing we do is we hit a VS Seeker, we can Lysandre and bring up a Shaymin for a knockout. So we'll put down Gyarados, we'll use the full retaliation for the knockout, doing 150 damage to the Hoopa, which is great, and we'll take a Shaymin and a Sycamore. We'll just grab more cards that we need, and next turn all we need, if he does knock out our Gyarados and end us or something, we have a VS Seeker, bring up Shaymin, we get teammates, get the Magikarp back out. Alright, here comes Garbodor. Does he have a Float Stone? Ooh, maybe he has a Float Stone right now. That'd be pretty bad. But Sucking going to the active, okay? And there is a N. Both players are going to shuffle. We're going to get 2. He's going to get 5. But right now, he has not taken a knockout. That damage change doesn't really matter. He's got to find his Mega. But there's the teammates. And that's game. That is game. Unless... No, that's game. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not game yet. It's not game. So Ultra Ball, okay, he's gonna get a Mega Mewtwo out, and he's gonna be really upset at us, guys. He's gonna be really, really mad at us. He's gonna be really mad, really mad. Like he's gonna get knockout this turn. He's gonna be like, oh, I'm good, I'm golden. Nope, he's not golden though. All right, so he's gonna Psychic Infinity for the knockout, doing a ton of damage. A Parallel City coming down. But guess what? Still not enough. Still not enough to deal with us. Wait, does he? Ooh. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. We set up Gyarados because we get teammates for Team Magma Secret Base. Look at our hand. It's 3 really good cards. So, yeah, we're going to grab a Team Magma Secret Base and Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Could have got like Double Puzzle, but yeah, we're going to grab these 2. We're going to put that Team Magma Secret Base. We're going to play the Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Get that Magikarp, and we will take the game, guys. We have VS Seeker for Lysandre or Shaymin. We can do whatever we want to, but we're just proving that we can knock out this Mega Mewtwo one more time, which is pretty crazy. This is why this Gyarados deck is so good. So Mewtwo could opponent's hand, we'll grab the Magikarp, put that down. It will do 210 damage, knocking out this Mega Mewtwo. There you go, guys, and that's gonna be the game. Taking 6 prize cards. I only took 2 prize cards, but there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Rogue Tuesday, and I'm excited, guys. I know a lot of people did ask about this Gyarados deck, and there you go. Shout out to Addison Powell one more time for giving the list and going over the deck with me. But guys, hope you have a great Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I know we beat 2 Volcanions and a Mega Mewtwo deck, which were the 2 most played decks during the tournament. But guys, hope you have a great Tuesday. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.